Hello everyone and welcome to EA F1 25 for the first time ever. I'm Kai the Boss 23 or just Kai, and today we'll begin to play Breaking Point 3. And I played Breaking Point 1 and 2 and I enjoyed them both, so we'll see how it goes. I'm starting on challenging because I don't know how the AI works and how the handling is. But I'll bump it up if it seems too easy after the first few chapters. So we'll just see.
Previously, in Breaking Point.
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
Aiden, listen.
Between you and me, I don't think this team is right for me.
Callie becomes the first woman ever to win the F2 championship.
What about your dad? Has he called to congratulate you yet, Callie?
Nope. Next question.
Devon Butler now. Oh, that's not good! Oh no! Devon Butler spins! He's out!
It was his hearing. He'd been keeping it from us.
I'm done, Casper.
I think maybe he'd been trying to keep it from himself. So if Devon, your son, can't drive, how about your daughter?
Callie becomes the first female driver of the modern era to participate in an F1 race.
Here she comes! But there's contact between the two Konnersport drivers.
Aiden, are you alright? It's just another butler.
The two Konnersport teammates not exactly doing each other any favours this afternoon.
What is Aiden playing at? Thought he was too good for the team. He just had a bit of an attitude problem.
Enough! It has to stop. Understand?
I must take care of the business, Callie. Who do you think will inherit it after I'm gone?
Well, Devon, obviously. I wanted you to fight for me. He never listened to me. He always listened to you.
You always like to leave all this behind, don't you?
That's the most difficult thing I've ever done.
I didn't choose this, Casper.
I've had an entire season of you whispering in people's ears. I'm asking you to leave the meeting.
You can't be serious.
This is not your team. And after today, it might not even exist.
Coming, Devon?
Yeah, I'm thinking I might actually stay.
You all know what's at stake. If we race as individuals today, the team dies.
I'm sorry if I was ever...
I will forgive you on one condition.
What's that?
You get your share of the points.
Aiden's out! I heard.
Sure about this?
I'm sure about everything.
Is this a team order?
It's just not going to make up that much ground. It can't be done. Just cruise it in, Cal. Trust me, you watch her go.
And to the checkered flag for one final time. That is some race from Callie Mayer.
What an incredible performance by her today. Konnersport, I'm sure, will be very delighted with that one.
Well, so that was our recap as to what happened in Breaking Point 2. It's been a while, so thank God we got it. And this sets us up nicely on to Chapter 0, pre-season testing in Bahrain. Fresh off the nail-biting finish of their 2023 campaign, Konnersport head into the pre-season testing in Bahrain as a clear underdog on the grid. However, the team, under new management, has been hard at work looking to prove their doubters wrong. So I think we're going to be able to see here that they're competitive, you know? I'm really hoping we get a competitive car here. So let's just go in and see.
Well, here we are then, the final day of pre-season testing here in Bahrain.
It's been good, hasn't it, so far, Crofty? We've seen all the teams out there, putting in the miles, putting in the laps, and we come away from it still not knowing who's going to be the team to beat. It looks super competitive as always.
Now, you're not wrong, Ant. Red Bull and Ferrari have looked impressive as expected, but it's Konnersport that have really been the talk of the paddock so far this week.
Okay, Aiden, we've got some great data over the past couple of days. We're all really happy, but let's make this a big, strong finish, yeah?
Yeah, copy.
Right, we've gone with a brand new setup on the car here, so just use this lap to get accustomed to the changes, and once you feel like you're happy enough with everything, you can come back to the pits at any time to end the session.
It looks like we'll be doing pre-season testing ourselves with Aiden Jackson, it seems. And I'm a nice person, so you lot, you don't have to watch this. You don't have to watch a crazy man do laps of Bahrain in LiDAR over and over and over, and you know what I mean, over and over again. So I'm about to cut to when I box about now. So after those laps, I'm semi-familiar with the handling model, and you know what, I just said, yeah, let's just figure out in the race, you know. We have chapters up ahead and breaking points are learning anyways, it's a learning curve. So let's just box and see what has to, you know, come next.
I've already told Casper, let the car run a little wider out of turn 4. You can really extend the track there.
I don't know. We're already pretty close to track limits at that point.
Well, you're leaving time on the table, so just let it run a little wide. It's all good.
But you're not the one behind the wheel, Dev.
We might be pushing our luck with the steward, so I'm going to have to side with Callie on this one.
Ask Casper, he'll agree with me.
Yeah, they're here now. Just give me a second. Devon, just a man. So we look through the data, and if we adjust the ERS harvesting rate, we should see some improvement on those turns.
Told you.
Right, okay, settle down. Got someone who wants to speak to you all. Right, they're listening now. Davidoff.
Good. Well, so, as your new team owner, I thought it only right that I check up on my investments. And I'm glad I did. Casper's just filled me in on the lap time. I just wanted to say, well done. I'm impressed. But Red Bull's numbers are better, so there's still room for improvement.
Well, now we know what we're up against. I'm sure me and
Callie,
Aiden could...
don't have time to chat. All I wanted to say is that I'm expecting great things from our drivers this season. We all are. Just don't let yourselves down.
And no worries, Dad. We're all over it.
Good man. I'll fly out to Bahrain as soon as I can. Ciao.
Well, he's right, you know. With times like these, we could be real contenders this season.
Well, as per, Davidoff is doing something shady in the background, and it's affecting Konnersport. Brilliant. Well done, mate. You're a genius. You're messing up your own team, but who knows? Maybe it'll come back later. For now, let's just move on to Chapter 1 of this. The Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. While still early, Konnersport have had an encouraging start to the 2024 season. A series of impressive performances has surprised fans, pundits, and other teams on the grid alike. What I can tell from this, Konnersport were really going up as a team, and I'm honestly excited to see what comes next.
We had an incredible start to the 24 season. Better than any of us could have imagined.
And do you think any of that was down to Davidoff Butler buying the team?
Undoubtedly. I mean, Davidoff had a way of pushing people's buttons to motivate them, as he would call it. Besides, both his kids were at Konnersport, so if there were any disagreements, which there were, he could be very...
persuasive. He would always get what he wanted. Why do you think I sold the team to him at the end of 2023?
Okay, that man has the most demented laugh I've ever seen in my entire life, but ignoring that, we are now the boss. We are Konnersport team principal, Casper Ackerman, former F1 driver from Breaking Point 1. We can be given department events, which we'll have to debate on, and it'll give us increased stuff later on, like recognition. We'll have to do these through performance, reputation,
hey, boss,
and
got a
yeah,
couple of
you know
minutes?
what, it's just the same as last time. Davidoff has arranged a luxury watch brand, Eichenberger, to run an advertising campaign featuring Devon, Callie and himself to promote their new product line. Eichenberger has been in contact asking when it might be possible to arrange the filming. Currently, it would have to replace a pre-scheduled meeting about simulator data. Simulator data? How do you want to deal with it? We can either prioritise the shoot, decline it because we don't need the distraction right now, or we can delay it. The money's helpful and exposure can be helpful, but we need to prioritise track. You know, I'm really thinking, yeah, let's just go for that one. You know, it makes more sense. So the hub from what I can quickly see, it's the exact same as last game. There is zero anything else, you know. You know, we have the news, we have social medias, we have, you know what I mean? We just have everything. Emails, blah, 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 you know what I mean?
Davidoff.
Casper, how's everything shaping up?
Pretty good. We're just about to go over the data from FP3. I want to encourage Callie to adjust the brake balance. She's still locking up coming out of turn 7. And as for Aiden,
Good. Casper, listen, we need another strong showing at Imola.
Of course.
Getting a great result in Ferrari homeland would show that we're serious about making the top 3.
And we are, as you know. We've delivered a good car this year, so we don't really...
But there's always a better car around the corner. Stay hungry, Casper. Also, I understand my old friend Ernst has been in touch about a shoot with some watches.
Oh, Eigenberger. Yeah. But, you know, I can't allow it at this time. I mean, we're under a lot of...
No. Ernst is an old Cambridge chum of mine. It's important to me. It simply must happen. I don't want to go into why this, why that. Just do it.
Okay, I'll get it arranged.
Good man. Thank you. Now I've got some other calls to make. Talk later. Keep the pressure on.
It seems that Davidoff is hiding more than, you know, he's letting on. And you know what? I think that he's a shady individual, and I don't like him. Not a massive fan. Personally, not a massive fan. Wasn't a fan in Breaking Point 2, not a fan in Breaking Point 3. Butler Global, it's a company. Yes, Konnersport need the sponsorship money. Oh, I cannot speak today. The sponsorship money from their main sponsor, but at the same time, you know what I mean, right? It's a hassle, I'll tell you that. It's a hassle, and you have to balance sponsors between what you need to actually do. But let's go to the race. And here we have the biggest choice in F1 25. Callie Mayer as our star driver or Aiden Jackson. Personally, yeah, I'm just going to go to Aiden Jackson. It's personal, but he was thrown to the side last time. With the race in full swing, Aiden Jackson sets his sights firmly on challenging the lead racers. Ignore the Xbox, give me an achievement. No one's played this game yet. Okay, but so we're now chasing the race leaders.
What a great battle down the straight here at Imola. There's not much space between Red Bull and Konnersport, and there's contact and into the gravel. Jackson's off, Verstappen's unaffected, and he races on ahead.
Verstappen definitely benefits from that one. Was there room for it though? I'm not too sure.
Everything okay, Aiden?
Not happy.
Yeah, well, it looks like you've escaped unscathed. Now head down and let's go, yeah?
I'm already on it.
Well, Max Verstappen just shoved us off, it seems. What is he doing? And now we just got to get back and... Oh my... Okay, well, this is not how I want to start this, you know? But we need to get into the top 5 and preferably into the top 3. If I have a choice, I'm going to take out Max. But if I don't, then, you know, it is what it is. We'll just get past him. We're chasing down Carlos Sainz, and what an overtake. Definitely cut track limits in the second part of that, but what an overtake that was. Such a beauty. Alright, and now we just have to hunt down the next driver up, which, you know, just so happens to be Max. We've caught up to Max Verstappen as we go alongside him, and we just breeze past him so easily up into 5th place. Next driver up is Callie Mayer, our teammate in Konnersport, and she's lapping about 1.5 seconds ahead of us. Okay, so my plan is we're just gonna hunt and we're just gonna hope. That is our entire plan, hunting and hoping. We go alongside Callie Mayer, or at least we try to, but she goes defensive through the corner and we back off early so we don't risk our tyres again. But can we make the move down here into this few corners? And we did. What an overtake. It was so risky. And, well, you know, she's our teammate. She has the same car as us. At the end of the day, that should never have happened as it did. But anyways, we're now going to get past Logan Sargent, who I think has just loaded us up so much. Mayer's gone to the back of us, and we went into the gravel. You know, still Sargent, you're under blue flags. What are you doing? Other way, doesn't matter. P3 is our main goal for the race, and guess who's in P3? Piastri. Guess what the next position up is? P3. So, logically, we're going to hunt. As we approach Piastri, Zhou Guanyu slows us up in through this corner. We have to cut across the gravel to get ahead of him. What a fool. He just forced us off because of how slow he is and how he doesn't respect the blue flags. And I think I just buggered up my tyres again. And we're still on the hunt for Piastri. He's still almost 2 seconds ahead of us. He's gaining time because of that incident. Thanks, Zhou. Thanks, Zhou Guanyu. Alright, now we've got to go hunt again, but like properly. We've almost caught up to Piastri at this point in the race as we go through the last set of corners, you know, preparing for the main straight. We will have DRS, I believe, on Piastri. Okay, or at least we should, but we don't because this game loves me. But we get past him anyways, you know, like a breeze in the wind. That's what we are. We are a breeze in the wind. But does he make the move back? He goes side by side into turn 1. And as we saw, you know, repeated in 2025 from the Imola Grand Prix, he doesn't make the move through turn 1. So we just stick it. You know, we just stick the move. That's what we do. And next car ahead is Perez, and the car after that is Leclerc. We have 2 laps to catch both of them. Let's see what happens. We've almost caught up to Perez up this straight here, but we're going to have to back off early into the corners so we don't dip our tyres into the gravel again. But can we make the move down here? We go side by side. This should have been what it was with Verstappen. We just forced Perez to back off into a corner, you know, as his teammate Verstappen would to any other driver. What moves we've done this race. Leclerc is 2 seconds up the road and slowly losing time to me as we go across the curb through the Imola chicane and on the hunt for the Scarlet Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. As we hunt Leclerc down the main straight, I realise that our battery's low, so I switch to non-ERS. Leclerc is slowly pulling away, but we need to make up time with, you know, 0 ERS. It's going to be a really, really hard push on the last 2 laps of the Grand Prix. I think it's possible. Okay, I think we can get ahead of Leclerc. Maybe it will come down to the line, though. Who knows? Ahead of us is Valtteri Bottas, I believe that is, on the back of the bench. And if he slows us up like Zhou Guanyu and Logan Sargent did, we're going to have a problem. We almost go side by side with Leclerc through this corner, but we back off early so we don't dip our tyres into any gravel or, you know, spin us both out in an accident. I'm trying to burn a little bit of battery. I realise it's on full, but this is a terrible place to realise it because, you know, you can't really use it around here. I tried chase him up through here one more time, but it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. I try to go side by side. The AI is aggressively defending, and I have mad respect for it. So we're just gonna trail Leclerc. Okay, we're just gonna trail Leclerc for one more lap. But no, we're gonna go alongside and get ahead of the Scarlet Ferrari of 2024. There, Charles Leclerc is in shambles. Ferrari is quivering in their boots in the pit lane. And for the first time in 2025, Konnersport is leading the Grand Prix. We just have to hold it for one more lap. One lap is all we need to win this race, and as you can tell, I am pushing hard here. We go into the last bit of the Grand Prix. Konnersport is aiming for their first win, and they will get it today. We have beaten our teammate, we have beaten Verstappen, and we have beaten Piastri. Okay, as we come round the last corner to become Formula 1 Grand Prix winners in Imola for the first time.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done. Yes! Come on! Get in there!
Gotta say, it's been another good day for Konnersport today. A string of positive performances recently has seen them establish themselves well and truly ahead of the midfield.
Yeah, they're in the top 3 now, Crofty. A great season so far, and I've been really impressed with both Mayer and Jackson.
I don't think you're the only one there, Ants. We'll be watching their season with interest. After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst that Konnersport team. And they certainly deserve it.
I mean, what a race we just had there, and now we're going for an interview.
Aiden, what a battle with Max out there today. How did you find it?
Okay, well, I'm seeing all the options here. I relish being able to fight with him. He's the best, and it's not about him. But I truly think he is the best driver that we've seen this generation. So,
Look, Max is the best. No doubt about it. It's always a challenge going up against him. He's always going to push you to your limit. I've got a lot of respect for what he's achieved in the sport, and yeah, it wasn't easy out there today. He's the most difficult driver to beat. So yeah, I'm just really happy we were able to come back from that scrape and achieve the result I did.
You're now third in the Constructors. That's the best start to a season the team has ever had. So, what do you put it down to?
I mean, I'd love to say the drivers, but it's locked. So next goes to the team.
I think it says a lot about the team. You know, the engineers, mechanics, strategists, they've all worked tirelessly to get us to this point. And yeah, we're working harder than ever to be as good as we can possibly be. And, you know, to achieve third place in the standings, I think that's a fair result for all of the efforts the team has put in.
Do you feel like you're sending a message to the rest of the grid with these kinds of results?
Absolutely. Well, that's why we're here, to take the fight to the big teams. We're more than just a new team. We're not just here to make up the numbers. We're here to compete with the best. And that's always been the case. And it's really great that the results are finally beginning to reflect that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, well, what a race we had. A racing incident between himself and Verstappen aside, Aiden Jackson puts in a fantastic performance at Imola, managing to salvage the race for another impressive finish for Konnersport. I mean, what a race we had, though. We made, what, 5 overtakes? Amazing.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes.
Evan.
Hey, Dad. Just congratulating the guys on a job well done.
Yeah, there's no time for that. We all did well. How are preparations coming on for Monaco?
Yeah, I'm sure everything's in hand.
Listen, Evan. We don't have time to rest on our laurels. I want the race data analysed and the full diagnostic reports on Casper's desk before we begin packing down. Listen, you've dropped the ball on this one. You cannot take your foot off the gas, not when Konnersport is this close to success. I expect you to take charge. Show the team what a leader is.
Yeah, well, it's a bit difficult, that, Dad. I'm team liaison. Basically, I pass notes between departments. Not exactly leadership material, is it?
Devon, you have got to focus on the bigger picture. Casper.
Davidoff. Devin, can you give us a minute? Just need to talk to your father.
Yeah, sure thing, boss. I'll just go and liaise, yeah?
Davidoff, why so full on?
I'm just trying to motivate him, is all. He needs to stay focused.
Yeah, I'm talking about the team. They've just had a fantastic result and you're... Just give them some space to simmer down, to celebrate.
Of course. You're right. But we cannot lose momentum now, Casper. Everything must be in its place.
What are you planning?
What do you mean?
I've seen that face before. I mean, whatever it is, just keep me informed. I don't want any nasty surprises.
I'm just looking out for my family, that's all.
Okay.
I mean, well, that tells us a lot about Ackerman and Davidoff, doesn't it? Aiden shines in Imola. Yeah, we won. Of course we shine. We're amazing at this. Thank you if you haven't noticed already. And we're getting a call from Davidoff.
Davidoff, hi.
I missed you just now, Aiden. Some race out there.
Yeah, thanks. It was a decent performance.
Decent? It was more than just decent, Aiden. Those are the kind of performances that win titles.
Yeah, you know, that's what we're aiming for.
Exactly. And, I think merits another steak night.
You know, you don't have to take me out for steak every time I have a good race.
Indulge me, Aiden. Callie won't ever accept, and I see far too much Devon as it is.
All right, Davidoff. That's very kind.
Good, thank you. There's a place called Giovanni's, not far from the hotel. I'll see you there at 8.
Thanks, Davidoff.
Ciao.
I mean, yeah. Alright. I'm going to end it there. Thank you all for watching the start of Breaking Point, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.